Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. We at Guidepost appreciate your presence and your attention. Just very briefly about Guidepost Montessori. We're a network of international Montessori schools. We've got 70 currently around the world, more than 70, 7 of which are located in Greater China, 2 of them are located in Hong Kong. If you have not been to our booth, it's booth 17, just outside of this ballroom. We'd love to see you after this talk. My name is Gia. As introduced, I'm the Vice President of Programs in Guidepost Montessori. I'm an infant specialist. I studied with resources for infant educators. I'm also the only RAI associate currently in Asia. I'm also Montessorian, a Montessori trainer, and a parent of 2 growing boys. Before we begin, I just want to pause a little bit, have a look around, appreciate your time, and appreciate being here with you. I think we're all very busy, so taking a moment to just be mindful is always very helpful. I am very curious on who's sharing this time with me. Could I ask you to raise your hand if you're a parent, please? Great. Could I ask you to raise your hand if you are living with an infant? Oh, great. Anyone living with a toddler? Few? Anybody, any early childhood educators in the room? Got a few. All right, thank you. It's always good to know who's here with me. Our session is about inspiring respectful care for infants and young toddlers. What we're going to do is spend the next few minutes talking about something I'm really, really passionate about, which is respectful care and reciprocal care. Something that a lot of parents hear about, but don't know how to exactly apply. So my goal is to give you very practical strategies that you can use after this session. And I only have 30 minutes, so we're going to try and do it quickly. So let's start with a few facts. A baby can go through an average of 320 diapers in the first month. 220 diapers in the first year, and about 7,000 diapers before they use the potty. If you imagine, actually, let me ask you, how many of you have changed a diaper? On average, how long does it take you to change a diaper? 5 minutes? Okay. So imagine 7,000 times 5 minutes. That's a lot of time we spend on caregiving, and that's just diapering. In that process of diapering, there's dressing and undressing, right? Outside of that, other caregiving moments include feeding, putting children to sleep, bathing. That's a lot of minutes, a lot of hours, and a lot of time that we dedicate to caregiving. Now, as parents, we could do this mechanically and be efficient, do it very, very fast, or we can do it in a way that is helping to build relationships between you and the child. Let me show you how we do it. Caregiving moments matter. Before we go to the strategies, let's take a minute and pause. Why do they matter? If you think about it, if you're diapering, the end goal is really, as adults, we just want to clean that diaper. We want to get that dirty diaper away, right? That's the end goal. But let me ask you, to get to that end goal, there are many, many ways we could do it. One is mechanically. 2 minutes, you can very quickly change an infant's diaper. Even if they're mobile, even if they're running around, you can get it done very fast, right? But another way to do it would be to invite cooperation and to have that child engage with you in the process of diapering, or feeding, or bathing, or dressing and undressing. What we want to do is get you the strategies to have your child engage with you during that caregiving process. Caregiving is something we do with a child, not to a child. That's such a powerful statement. Again, caregiving done mechanically, you perceive the child as somebody who's merely receiving your care. Caregiving with respect, you're letting the child know that you perceive him to be competent and capable. And you're understanding, or you're helping the child understand that they are an individual human being with feelings and that they can participate. And that's why respect entails trusting in a child's competence. Really, truly believing that even if they are a very small human being, they are competent and they are capable. So, what are the 3 steps? Step 1, slow down. I am a very fast-paced individual. I get really, really excited when I train, and I'm trying my best to slow down here because I want to model it. Slowing down allows you to be present. Slowing down allows you to let go of everything else that's in your head and focus on the moment. Slowing down helps set an atmosphere of calm and also peace. As you go through the caregiving moment, by slowing down, you're allowing your child to catch up with your pace, and not in a pace that they can't keep up, but one where they actually can. As the routine becomes familiar, by slowing down, your infant and toddler can participate. It's not a race. Enjoy the process. Step 2, narrate. How many of you watch sports on TV? I don't. But forgive me. I watch TV every now and then, rarely, but every now and then. But when I do see a sports show on TV, there's always somebody yelling in the background telling you what's happening. And they sportscast everything. Everything from what's happening in the field to what they think will happen. But they're consistently telling you, narrating what is happening. I challenge you to do the same when you are caregiving with an infant and toddler. Talk to them. Tell them what's going to happen before it happens. Tell them how you feel. Talk to them about what you're about to do. Invite them through your words. This is where I pull Bella out. Give me 1 second. So, this is Bella, born in London, traveled the world with me in many different conferences. So, this is Bella. What we're saying is, as we caregive, let me put this down. As we care for Bella, what we want to do is we want to be able to narrate everything. And we want to be able to do it in a way that is slow and that allows for responsiveness. Fiona, you're going to have to help me hold this. So, this works. This is Fiona. Fiona's going to help me. So, if I am to undress Bella, I don't have a table, so I'll have to do it with one hand. What we want to do is we want to be able to narrate as we go step by step. So I would communicate eye to eye. Hello, Bella. Now, if your child is in group care, and I'm telling you this because I want you to know how to choose really good daycare for children or kindergartens. You want to find schools that are respectful in caregiving, because The time spent in caregiving is learning opportunity as well for your child, right? So for children who are very young, what you want to do is make sure that they have a diapering area that allows for close contact one-on-one. Private. Not one that's done in the middle of the room, right? Because again, caregiving matters and you want to have that special moment. And so with Bella, if I'm talking to Bella, I want to be able to see her and I want to ask her permission to touch her. It's a rare, I guess, routine for adults to ask permission. But this is how it looks like. I'm gonna put Bella down because I want to. Sorry. Can you see from there? All right, I'm gonna not use the mic. Is it okay? Here. So, how many of you have done baby massage? You have? There's an element of baby massage called touch permission. Do you remember that? So if you can, please integrate that into caregiving. And what it is you give multiple cues. Do you want to use the phone? Use multiple cues to let the child tell you that they're ready to be touched. So you give the visual cue where you show your hands, okay? You let her know auditorily. You say, Bella, I'm going to, maybe it's lift you up. I'm going to lift you up. And then you give a tactile cue that allows her to feel you first before you touch. And what you're doing is, by narrating before you do anything, is you're giving her an opportunity to decline, in which case, as an adult, the question now is the diaper really being dirty that I need to change it, or is it just slightly wet and I can wait for you to rinse? Right. But again, by narrating, what you're doing is you're giving her a chance to understand what you're saying and what you're about to do. And that is a very, very powerful strategy. I'm going to leave that with you for a while. Okay. Last step. Tarry time. This is a term coined by Resources for Infant Educators. And what tarry time means is to wait and then wait a little bit more. And then wait again. It stretches the caregiving moment, but it allows for cooperation and it allows for the child to engage in the whole process. So let me demonstrate again. Slowing down, I will narrate and then I will start. Bella. I'm going to pick you up. And wait. Wait. Then I pick you up. What you're looking for are cues, whether verbal or nonverbal, that allows you to understand the mindset of the child. And again, this is so important in group care, especially if you're not familiar with the child. It's so easy for us in group care to just quickly do the diaphragm, quickly pick up the child, quickly do something to the child. But quality group care will make the put time aside to really listen and respond and allow for engaged caregiving. And that's what you want to do. Okay. I need 2 volunteers. Would anybody like to? You don't need to stand up. I just need you to raise your hand and allow me to do something to you. It's not painful. Okay, I've got 1. Anybody else? How much time do I have? 13 minutes? Okay. I've got 1. May I have another one? Selena? Yeah, we'll do. All right. Can you hear me? Actually, I don't think I need my. Can you hear me? Oh, good. Brilliant. Okay, so I got this card in Australia while I was traveling. And I think my husband got it for me. And I think my son really liked the colors, so then he bought it. You want it now? Yeah? Great. Pull that. Selena, may I ask you how you felt? It's very basic. I was like, yeah. How did you feel it? I don't know you. So that experience could be quite scary. How did it feel?
I felt in respect
Why?
of myself that I want up. Yeah, I felt I was scared.
That was merely me using a shawl and covering somebody. Can you imagine leaving your child in group care where they mechanically do diapering? No eye contact, no communication, merely changing diapers. Caregiving is a dance. It's a give and take. It's one of the pair listening and the other pair responding. It's something that happens between two people, not just from one person deciding what to do to the other. By slowing down, narrating, and tarrying, you're laying the foundations of a lifetime of respect, reciprocal communication between you and another human being. I think I have a few minutes for questions. I really want to open the floor in case you have any. Yes? Oh. It's louder.
I really like the idea of slowing down when you change the diaper, but with our 12 months old, a year, she's like 12 months old now. But every time we change the diaper, the next thing she'll do is she'll just flip, and then she'll just run away, even without the diaper, you know. So what should I do?
That's a great question. It works wonders if the baby is not yet mobile, because then you're not chasing them around the house. So once they get mobile and their batteries are just fully energized and they want to move, it becomes much, much harder to slow down. So my question is, if your child moves, first of all, prepare the environment. Are you diapering in a location where there is room for her to move, him or her to move around? And if there is, consider diapering against a corner. Right? And I'm not saying like put her in a very tight spot. I'm saying put it in a corner where there's only two directions, and if not, so the ideal one is when you've got a diaper and changing table where there's three sides that's covered. What you also want to do is diaper standing up, and that's something that we do at Guidepost. We allow the child to naturally move and choose the position where they're comfortable for diapering, and then we will work around that position. So diapering standing up, it's a skill. You can develop it. And it allows you to respect that child's decision to be upright versus on their back.
So you can change diaper when she stand up? Like,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
not the poor pants, but like...
Come see me after and I'll give you the steps. If you're interested with stand-up diapering, come see me at the Guidepost booth. I'll demonstrate with Bella. Okay? Any other questions before we wrap up? I've been told it's time. Alternatively, if you would rather speak to me one-on-one or somebody from Guidepost, we are in booth 17 right outside the door. Thank you so much for your time and attention.